All right, and welcome to Sports Chat, where today we're going to be talking about Super Bowl 56. I'm Ethan, to my left is...
Jordan.
And to my right?
Ryan.
So, first of all, guys, let's talk about the Super Bowl. So, Rams 23, Bengals 20, MVP Cooper Kupp. Now, some people think Aaron Donald should have won it. What do you guys think?
I think Cooper Kupp deserved it, especially after winning the Triple Crown. He had the most receiving yards, most receptions, and most receiving touchdowns. Aaron Donald had a really good game as well, but I feel like overall Cooper Kupp deserved it, especially after he had 2 touchdowns and also the game-winning touchdown as well.
Yeah, I completely agree. Kupp had 8 receptions, 92 yards, and 2 touchdowns, and 10 targets, too. I mean, the Rams really spread out the ball. OBJ had, for the short time he was in, he had 2 receptions, 52 yards, and a touchdown. I mean, Cooper Kupp really stepped up. Yeah, I think he definitely deserved it. I understand why some people think Aaron Donald would deserve it, but he had 2 sacks, which is amazing. Von Miller also had 2 sacks. The Rams' defense really stepped up. They had 7 sacks on Joe Burrow, which is crazy. But I would say that Cooper Kupp definitely deserved it with those 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I definitely agree, and I think it's tough to kind of compare offense and defense. Obviously, you have Cooper Kupp stepping up when a bunch of key targets for the Rams were out, and then you have Aaron Donald on the flip side contributing to Joe Burrow being tied for the most sacked quarterback in Super Bowl history. So now we're going to kind of switch the subject to the 2 quarterbacks. So Matthew Stafford, what do you guys think about that, getting his first ring after being in the misery pit of Detroit for so many years?
I think it was well-deserved. I mean, he was really, really good in Detroit. He just could never make it over the hump in the playoffs, so it was nice to see him finally go to a team that had everything together and see him finally win a ring.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Matthew Stafford finally got the ring that he deserved. He didn't have that great of a game, though. I mean, he was 26 of 40 for 283 yards. He had those 3 touchdowns, which were clutch, but he also had 2 interceptions. I would say that Matthew Stafford did deserve, definitely, after as many years in Detroit with the Lions, with just an awful team for so many years. I guess he did kind of prove himself because he moved to a winning team and he got them a Super Bowl. So I'd say he definitely deserved that Super Bowl win.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And, you look at Matthew Stafford and you think if he really played to that level, he would have won MVP himself. But you also look at the Rams team and you have to feel good about where they were. Regardless of if you were cheering for the Bengals to win the Super Bowl, you got to think about Aaron Donald, Odell, Stafford himself, McVay, a bunch of key role players.
Von
Miller additionally, like a bunch of key role players and coaches a part of that team, and getting their first rings, a lot of them for the first time.
Yeah, I think it was well deserved, especially for Aaron Donald. He's been like one of the best defensive linemen for a very long time. I think he's one of the best defensive players I've watched growing up, so it was nice to see him finally win a ring that he deserved.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really interesting to see what happens next year because Aaron Donald, he's thought about retiring after this game, come out on top. OBJ is a free agent. Matt Stafford, I'm sure, is staying there. There'd be no reason to leave, but it's going to be really interesting to see what happens next year for the Rams.
But yeah, Joe Burrow, guys, what a performance, right? Second-year quarterback, comeback player of the year, taking a terribly projected Bengals team to the Super Bowl. What do you guys think?
It's just crazy to think, like, a couple of years ago they weren't that good of a team, and then Joe Burrow comes in, Jamar Chase comes in, and they make it to the Super Bowl. I think Joe Burrow is definitely going to stay as one of the elite quarterbacks for a very long time. I was actually rooting for him to win the Super Bowl because he won the Heisman, he won the national championship in college, and he would have been the first player ever to win the Super Bowl, to win all those 3 awards. And also, it's just crazy how young he is, so I was really pulling for him, but I'm happy to see the Rams win as well.
Yeah, I agree. It's amazing what Joe Burrow's done in his second year. Last year he got hurt. He was injured, I don't know, maybe after like week 6, week 7, something like that. Tore his ACL, I think. Yeah, and it was just crazy how bad they were like a couple years ago. And then just after his second year, Joe Burrow really carried them, with Jamar Chase, of course, and other weapons, really just carried them to the playoffs. I mean, Joe Burrow had a pretty solid game. Nothing too exceptional, but definitely not a bad game. He had no picks, no turnovers, anything. He only had the 1 touchdown, but he had 263 yards and was 22 of 33. I think he definitely deserved to be in the Super Bowl. The Bengals really proved themselves in those playoffs.
Yeah, and you think back to the Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase connection that dates back, like you said, Jordan, to that national championship LSU team, 2019. So before we end off today, guys, let's look forward to next year. What do you guys think? Any Super Bowl predictions?
Absolutely not. I have absolutely no idea what's going to happen. It's going to be crazy with Buccaneers being so different without Tom Brady. I mean, the Rams right now have the best chance, I guess, technically. So I'll pick the Rams, I guess.
I mean, there's a lot of really good competition throughout the NFL, which is really good and attracts viewership, since you got the Bills, you got the Bengals, the Rams, the Chiefs, a bunch of really high-level teams. But I'm going to really pull for the Bills because I feel like the Bills have everything that they need. They just need to stay healthy with Trey White, and just hopefully everything will fall in place with them.
Yeah, I agree. I think, my personal opinion, I would love to see a Packers-Bills Super Bowl. I think that would be a key viewing party for many NFL fans around the country. For Sports Chat, this has been Ethan, Jordan, and Ryan. I'll see you guys later.